Paradise Lost, how the Earth's magnetic field shutdown erases the memory of civilizations. It's known that there is a connection between the work of the brain and the Earth's magnetic field, which we feel during magnetic storms. It's also known that the Earth's field is interconnected with the magnetic fields of other bodies and the galaxy as a whole. But how this affects the memory of our civilizations, and we do not remember who and how built the great Egyptian pyramids, and also about their appointment. The human biofield has a structure similar to the structure of the electromagnetic field of other cosmic bodies, and the relationship between them is two-way, changes in one field while invariably affecting the other, at least to the smallest extent. Terrestrial science shares the concepts of gravity, time, and electromagnetic field, but in fact they are closely interconnected and are a reflection of the settings of the Earth's matrix, which must be studied as a single system and not separately. It can be assumed that the ruling elites hide the relevant information from us, but it is impossible to hide everything, especially for a long period of time. In addition, part of the ancient knowledge could be passed on from generation to generation, but this did not happen. There's a very interesting, beautiful place in Jordan, the city of Petra, the capital of ancient Idumea and the once prosperous Nabatean kingdom. But what technologies were used to build this unique architectural object and where its inhabitants suddenly disappeared is unknown. There is an opinion that the problem of periodic zeroing of the memory of mankind is associated with changes or shutdowns of the Earth's magnetic field. Human blood is in fact a liquid crystal, and if compared technically, it is a magnetoferrite carrier of information. When the Earth's magnetic field disappears, crystals disintegrate, which retain information about ongoing events. In past times, experiments were carried out to shield volunteers from the natural magnetic field of the Earth. After these experiments, the subjects had problems with the psyche and further adaptation in society. The problem of the impact of the heavy component of cosmic radiation during the training of U.S. lunar astronauts closely echoed the stabilizing effect of the Earth's magnetic field on the human body. In many ways, and in connection with this, 50 years ago, a manned flight to the moon was impossible. In such a flight, the astronauts seriously risked losing their memory and eventually go crazy. According to the Doctor of Medical Sciences and the responsible executor of the Mars 500 project, the problem of changing conditions of magnetic fields, both on Earth and in condition of human beings in space outside of the magnetic field of the Earth, is absolutely unresolved so far. Experiments on people in discharged magnetic conditions had previously revealed deviations in the psyche of the subjects. The fact that the lack of influence of the Earth's magnetic field can lead to serious mental disorders, both in ordinary people on Earth and in astronauts during interplanetary flights, is also evidenced by the results of experiments in which rats were isolated from the Earth's magnetic field in a special installation. The results showed that the experimental animals lost their social behavior skills, experienced severe memory problems, showed extremely high aggression, constantly fought to the point of exhaustion, and they also observed changes in the internal organs of the animals. The leaders of the study noted that the Earth's magnetic field affects all living organisms. Moreover, in the history of the existence of the biosphere, the Earth's magnetic field changed periodically and at some moments even became zero. Perhaps some catastrophes on the planet, such as the extinction of dinosaurs, are connected precisely with the disappearance of Earth's magnetic field at a certain moment. With a high degree of probability, we can conclude that the changes in the Earth's magnetic fields are associated with the knowledge lost by mankind's previous civilizations. At some stage of their development, people zeroed their memory by analogy with experimental rats, which, in the absence of a magnetic field, had to constantly fight to the point of exhaustion in order to establish a social hierarchy. When waking up after fainting, the animals refused to eat and continued to fight. forgetting that the social hierarchy was established the day before. The second group of experimental rats, behaving in a normal, natural way without turning off the magnetic field in the new terrain. We all love science fiction, and from time to time we note how some science fiction writers had the ability to predict, simulate the future, and in this regard we now recall the pilot of the science fiction film Pandorum. Quote, "In the deep abyss of space, a cosmic ship, two members of the team awakened from hypersleep, finding themselves in a very different situation. The equipment does not work, they cannot remember anything. What was their mission? How long has it been? Where are they? Who are they? Where is their lost paradise? They have no answers to all these questions." So it could also be that we live inside a computer holographic reality, and the program reboots periodically, so the memory of the characters is erased and their actions are corrected, as in the Adjustment Bureau movie, or another personality is introduced into the body, as in the series Travelers, or even with the implantation of memories of Matrix movies. So it is also possible that a highly technological advanced ancient civilization, the builders of the great Egyptian pyramids and other similar structures, after a sudden shutdown of the Earth's magnetic field, lost their memories, and its representatives could not remember their present and past, and being thrown back to the level of primitive technologies, they were forced to start over, contemplating the memories in the colossi of the great former creativity. And this is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.